Are Amazon in the process of updating your device and sending you a brand new operating system called Vega OS? The answer is no, and let me tell you why. If you look directly on the Amazon website where it tells you about each of the current devices, they actually directly confirm exactly how long each of your devices is going to continue and receive updates. So you can see most of the recent devices, the new 4K Firestick, the 4K Firestick Max, the Fire TV Cube, all of these devices have been promised software updates to 2027. And there's no way, and it's never happened before in the history of Amazon updates, have they ever changed the operating system during an update. I mean, they've never even jumped Android versions, so the people on Fire OS 5 are stuck on Fire OS 5. The ones that are on Fire OS 6 are still on Fire OS 6. So really we can say there's zero chance that your current device is going to get this new Vega OS. But the question is Vega OS actually coming? And to that we can say yes, because based on the evidence online, for example, this job posting that we can see here, we can see that Amazon were hiring for a senior software development engineer for Vega OS. But if you look carefully, it does actually say for smart vehicles. And this is where I think the direction for Vega OS will be, whereby this will replace your smart displays, your Echo Shows, those smart devices. I can definitely see them moving over to a brand of Linux, this Vega OS, as it will allow them to get the most from those low-powered devices. And I think Linux really is the perfect operating system for that, because it's very lightweight, there's hardly any bloatware, you can obviously customize it, you can trim it down, and really just get the best experience on these lower powered devices. Whereas on the flip side, your Fire TV tablets, your Amazon Fire TV devices, like your Fire Sticks, Fire TVs, these devices, I really can't see them moving over away from Android, because if you look at just at the Fire tablets, if you say we're now going to move away from Android, you're going to be crippling your entire sales lineup, because these Android applications are just not going to be readily available on Linux, especially not straight away. So why would you say that I'm going to move away from Android and start using a completely different operating system? I just can't see that happening. So if you're going to keep Android for your touch-based devices, then I really can't see any kind of pressure on moving away from Android on your Fire Sticks, Fire TVs, Fire TV Cubes. It just doesn't make any sense, particularly if you look at the fact that this has been happening since 2017, 2018. Nothing's been done since then. Just shows that this is really not top priorities. So personally, I don't think this will happen on any TV-based device, and definitely won't happen on any of these touch-based devices. But let's have a quick look at the article. So we can see mentioned on the Lowpass website that Amazon has been working on an alternative OS for a number of years. They've been exploring this idea since 2017. And again, it goes back to the point, if this is really something that's going to happen anytime soon, then why has nothing happened yet? And when it is going to be high priority, I don't think they'll focus on the Fire TV or the touch-based devices. I think really they'll just focus on the smart displays like the Echo Shows and the other smart devices, but definitely not for your touch-based or your TV-based devices. The article says that the Vega codename, most of the OS development is already done, but they're trying to do the value adds to convince people or convince developers to use it, because as the majority of developers would be coding either on Android or iOS, so Amazon will have to make big moves to convince people to develop for something else. And even if Vega OS hits some devices, you can still get Linux versions of very, very popular streaming applications. Like for example, here we can see that the K application is definitely available on Linux. Other very popular streaming applications like Stremio, you can see here, is also available for Linux. And even applications like the Popcorn one, as we can see here, is also available for Linux. So it's not a case of once you run Linux, then you can't run any streaming applications. You will find most of the popular streaming applications already on the Linux platform. But so that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Lots of you are messaging me on Twitter and also leaving me comments about this new Vega OS and what my thoughts were. And as I mentioned at the start, I personally don't think this will impact any of your current devices, because we have that software update agreement to 2027, and there's no way they're going to push out a new OS during that time. So your devices are definitely safe for the next 3 to 4 years. On top of that, this new Vega OS, I think, will only target your IoT, your smart displays, your Echo Shows, those kind of devices. I definitely don't think they'll be targeting your touch-based tablets or your Fire Sticks or Fire TVs. Well, that's my opinion anyway. Do leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. Do you think Vega OS is coming for all devices? Do you think Amazon really want to shoot themselves in the foot and block Android on their tablets, on their TV devices? Do leave me a comment below. Let me know, and I'll hopefully catch up with you guys real soon. Thanks.